If you haven't noticed already, Zoho Mail is officially dead. If you've been using Zoho Mail, you've probably seen that your emails are no longer delivering, the results that you're generating have gone down the pan, and everything has stopped working. And in this video, I'm going to walk through what to do to fix the problem and how to start getting the same results that you were once getting before, back in the good old days. If you don't know who I am, my name is Laurence. I have built and scaled 2 agencies, Laurence Marketing and now Hey You, where we help other agencies fill their sales calendar with appointments. So Zoho Mail is dead. If you have been doing any form of cold email in the past, you've probably been using Zoho Mail. It has been the most popular and one of the most effective email service providers that people can use. And the reason it's popular is because of its pricing. If you compare it to Google or Outlook, it is a lot more competitive. I believe it's $12 per year. You've got to pay up front for the year, but it works out at obviously $1 a month compared to now with Google, it's $7.20 per month. So it's quite a big difference. Why have they broken? Well, the policies that Zoho Mail have had, they've had them inside their business for a long time. They've only just started to exercise those policies. So basically, mass sending of emails, unfortunately, is no longer allowed. So what do? Well, there's obviously a lot of other email service providers out there, and it's about finding out which ones are the best, which ones are going to work well for you, and switching over. So it is not the end of the world, and we just need to switch over to different email service providers. I think one of the lessons that we need to learn from this is around diversification. Too many of us, me included, and our clients included, were too reliant upon one email service provider. And now when things break, there's a kind of 3 to 4 week gap in the results that we can generate, the appointments we can generate through email, because we've got to go back through the warm-up process. We've got to set up new email addresses on a new service provider. We need to stop relying upon one email service provider, and we need to diversify. We are testing lots of different email service providers at the moment, and we have diversified across a whole different bunch of them. We're not sure whether some are going to work. Some are a lot cheaper than Zoho Mail. Some are a lot more expensive than Zoho Mail. But what I wanted to do is, people are kind of throwing their toys out the pram, and everybody kind of in the email marketing space is now really like throwing their arms up in the air and concerned about what the alternatives are. And we have a very good alternative in Google and Gmail. But the problem is the price. People are concerned about the price. But what I wanted to do is just break down some maths with you. I'm not saying this to make sure that everybody starts using 100% of their emails through Google. It's not really necessary. It's also not the smartest thing to do. But I do want to highlight that it is still extremely good value and makes perfect financial sense for you to use Google's email service provider, because Google charges either $6 a month if you pay annually or $7.20 a month if you pay month to month. Let's do a little bit of maths here. Let's say you've got 50 email addresses. That's going to cost you $360 a month in email addresses, which is a reasonable chunk. But when you think about what that $360 can generate you, then it's a complete no-brainer. Because if you're doing email marketing properly, you should be generating quite a few calls from that $360 in cost. If you're charging a reasonable amount of money for your services, not even a reasonable amount, but a fair amount of money for your services, then the return on the investment is going to be extremely high. When we work with new clients, one of the things that we always tell them is one of the highest kind of returns you can make in your business from an investment standpoint is in domains and email addresses, because the more you have, the more emails you can send out, the more appointments you can get on your calendar, and the more clients you can close. Let's play out some simple maths here. Let's say, for example, you've got 50 email addresses costing you $360 a month, and from those 50 email addresses, you're able to send out, let's say, 300 emails every single day. And that's probably being quite conservative. From those 300 emails that you send out every day, Monday to Friday, you're able to generate 3 appointments a day, which equates to 15 appointments a week, which is 60 appointments a month. So you are now paying $360 for 60 appointments. My maths isn't great, but even I know that is $6 per appointment. Now, you go and run Facebook ads, you go run Google ads, you go run ads on TikTok or anywhere else, any other client acquisition channel, you are never going to get an appointment for just $6. Of course, there's other costs involved when it comes to domains and things like that, but let's add all those things in. You're probably looking at $15 to $20 an appointment. Still ridiculously cheap, and going to be the best way that you can generate appointments for your agency. Everybody tries to run ads and do this and do that. Just get more email addresses, get more domains, because it is the most effective way to grow. Yes, Zoho is dead, but if we understand the opportunity that is still with us when it comes to email marketing, you should not be afraid to invest in Google domains, Google email addresses. And I'm not saying put all of your eggs into one basket here, because I do think you should diversify across multiple email service providers, but it is not the end of the world. There is still a huge return to be made from your investment when it comes to email marketing. So we need to wave goodbye to Zoho, but we need to welcome in email service providers like Google with open arms, because there's still a lot of opportunity out there. If you want help setting up all of those systems, if you want help getting more appointments onto your calendar, then the first link in the description is for you. If you click that, you'll find out exactly how we can help. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.